we keep saying it. It doesn't have to be big, but it also doesn't have to be a big goal to go with a big celebration, right? Or a small celebration. So yes, find those moments in time and make sure, prioritize them. So this is another place where you can put this activity on your calendar. You guys went on a vacation. You obviously planned for that. You had to, make sure the dog was taken care of and that, if you had any kind of house needs while you were away, that, somebody was going to be taking care of those, that bills were paid, that, things were scheduled. So there's planning that goes into that. And if you don't take the time to put those things in place, you either won't enjoy the reward as much, the vacation in your case, or it just won't happen. You'll find something that gets in the way and it'll get pushed aside. I can say that I'm guilty of that a lot. I set a goal out there, and again, just in the interest of being transparent, I will set myself a goal, and then I will achieve the goal, and I will immediately tell myself that I could have done better, and so I sort of sabotage the reward. Now I'm getting better at giving us my whole household permission and space to be able to celebrate and have more freedom. But there's a tremendous amount of value in that space and that downtime and kind of disconnecting. And even if, like you said, it's just binge watching a show or spending a little bit of time outside, spending a little bit of quiet time, whatever it is in your life that you're missing, I would say that's a good place to start for looking for rewards that you can reintroduce back into your life. What are the things that life has caused you to displace, caused you to, push to the side to make room for the demands of our busy lives? And if you can reintroduce, what would be the one thing that you could bring back in first? And maybe that's a good reward for your first recognition, for your first celebration.
I love that you shared, you were vulnerable and you shared with us that you're this hyperachiever who, it's never enough, right? Okay, I
Never enough.
achieved it, but now I'm on to the next thing. And you're not alone in that, right? Many people listening to this are going to be able to identify with that. So it's important that you can acknowledge, yeah,
Yeah,
I want more, but let me celebrate what I just achieved or what we just achieved.
that's right.
And if you are that high achiever, then you may need to write down on a piece of paper, when I complete XYZ goal, I am going to celebrate by ABC.
Hmm.
And in doing that, okay, now you're putting the system in place and not just letting that hyperachiever take over and rolling on to the next goal. But okay, you achieved it, you did it. Now I'm celebrating. I don't even have to think about how I'm celebrating because I already thought about it and I'm
Plan is
doing
in motion.
ABC.
That's right.
Yes,
So
yes.
there's a name for something like that, right? There's a tool that can help you kind of go through and put that together.
Yeah, so it's a celebration guide, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when we get to our action step. That's the action step we're going to be leaving with you. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could
No.
be a note app on your phone. It could be an Excel spreadsheet on your computer. It could be a piece of paper where you write at the top of it, celebration guide. I will celebrate one. This
Yep.
is the first goal. Two, this is the second goal. Three. And then in the second column, you're putting how you are celebrating those things. So when you're thinking about, celebrating financial wins, goals, milestones, maybe it's writing your first budget. Maybe it's I was intentional with my money and I didn't spend anything on a want. It was all needs. Maybe it's you're no longer fighting with your spouse or your partner. You're communicating better.
Yeah.
You're
That's going to
communicating
be a big one for a lot
effectively.
of people.
Yeah, maybe it's, you know what? I'm starting to teach my kids about managing their money. That's something you are well, deep into the heart of teaching your son about